All right, so here's my workflow video. I'm gonna try to go kind of between these three screens. I work between two computers and a bunch of different programs. So essentially I started with ChatGPT and kind of just tried to get a, pitch video for give me a voiceover, give me all these kind of keywords and stuff. So that gave me the shots, the scene list, all that kind of stuff. And then of course, as most people probably would, I took these shots over into Midjourney and I essentially put these same prompts from some of these and I used those as keywords. And then I added in kind of like the lens, the sighting, the award photography, the different shots and things that I was looking for. I kind of used those as a base based on the different things from ChatGPT for cinematic stuff, from ads and what they do. And it kind of got tricky in here because I wanted to make sure that it was cohesive. And so I had to do some in painting where I had to this is an example, like this was the base shot. And then I pulled this one up and I did some in painting to this one. And I kind of varied the region here so that when I pulled out, I could essentially paint over the shoes that didn't really look like they were kind of the solar ones that I wanted. So these ones I in painted, then these ones. And then as I got farther down the shot list, obviously I started to get better and better kind of here and there. So yeah, I in painted a bunch of different features for the shoes. And then there were some other tricks that I kind of had to do too. There was one shot that I really liked where I wanted to show the shoe kind of being across the globe and in different spots. And so I kind of found this one shot that I really liked. And then I in painted the Eiffel Tower. And then I took the exact same shot and I in painted the Egyptian pyramids. And then I in painted the different setups of around the world. And you'll kind of see that flashy shot inside the video as well, which I thought was a pretty cool, just painting effect. So yeah, I went through all these different shots. I did them one by one. And I guess the biggest workflow for me was, so first you sometimes have to expand out and generally fill the borders to match these stuff to give Runway more information to work with, like with smoke and stuff like this. If you don't do enough of that, it doesn't take the middle part as much. It takes the outsides and it gets a little funky. So I did a lot of Photoshop expansion, and then I would up-res all of my photos in gigapixel AI so that there was more data essentially for the LLM to be trained off of in Runway. So really not great quality photos get kind of funky and really blurry. So I would up-res the image in gigapixel for image. I would take that over to Runway. I would then put it inside the video. I would get the video effect that I want with a motion slider and a prompt. And then this one, for example, I liked it, but I want it to reverse. So I would download that, put it in my video editor, reverse it. That would be one shot. There were other ones that I did with the logo and stuff like that. That was essentially the ending screen and all that kind of stuff. So I would go from Midjourney to the Photoshop to Gigapixel and then go over to Runway, make the videos that I wanted, roll a whole bunch with the sliders and stuff. And then I would download those videos. I would take them back over to Topaz Video AI, and that would up-res the quality so that it kind of came out a lot smoother. And you could essentially change the frames. You could change the 4K. I would interpolate some of the frames to make sure it was more, take away motion. Just do that for every single shot that I had in the video that I really wanted to show the cinematic potential. So that was kind of the basics of the shots. For the voiceover, I used 11 Labs. And so I kind of went over to the voiceover here and I created the speech ones. I put them into more of a paragraph format that ChatGPT could take. And then I went over to here, custom trained a clone model based on something that sounds like a fashion swag deep voice. And I put in essentially line by line what I wanted inside the video, and then I would generate over and over and over until I found the context.
In a world where innovation meets style.
So until it found the context and tone that I wanted. So I clipped together 12 different things, essentially took those individual speech things, and then I brought pretty much all the assets that I had in my storyboard. I brought them over to my laptop because I work better in Final Cut Pro than Premiere. So essentially, this is the opening shot with the drone. So I did that one, and then I put all these shots together. Some reverse, some had to slow down. I had to do some panning effects to make it really kind of pop. But used a video from, Epidemic Sounds clip that was royalty free because I don't want to get slapped around for copyright. But then, yeah, went through and pitch toned all of the voiceovers and put them back to be a little bit slower so they're more dramatic.
In a world where innovation meets style.
Right, so I wanted to slow it down to make it more of an ad. So yeah, went through my storyboard, did the crop and editing for this one, which is the Paris background changing.
Step into the future. Step into your light.
So based that kind of on the tonality and the beats, and then yeah, reverse some of these, did some zoom in effects, and then this little logo here at the end. I kind of made this clip from Runway, reversed the logo, then put a still shot in, added a title, so it was more of a classic kind of ad pop out. So yeah, a lot of tools, but basically ChatGPT, Topaz AI, Topaz Video, Photoshop, and then 11 Labs for the voiceover, Runway for that kind of stuff, and then I did a little bit of editing and stuff in Motion Leap as well, and then used Final Cut Pro to put it all together. So yeah, it was a beast, but I think it came out pretty cool. So hopefully this helps explain.